question is logistical. I'm really interested in behind the scenes of tennis and how things work. And I want to know about money. I have often watched tournaments. Someone has a breakout run at a tournament. They win 3 rounds, and you hear the announcers say, this is more money than they've earned in their entire career. This is life-changing. I want to know how quickly that happens. Do they get paid the day that they finish playing the tournament? Or do they get paid each round? Do you get a check for round 1, round 2, round 3? Is it just a lump sum after you're done? And how quickly after you're finished playing that tournament do they actually get the money? And then secondly, how do they get the money? Is it a check like we see in the award ceremonies at the end? Or is it direct deposit? How does that happen?
I love this question.
I hope it's like Happy-Gilmore.
There's one part of this I know for absolute certainty without any, I'm sure people probably get it different ways. You do not get a check every day. You do not get, that would be a nightmare for the tournaments to have to like pay out every single day and keep track of that. You get paid at the end of the tournament. Now, does it go to your agency? Does it go to direct deposit? You used to be able to get a check. There was like an actual bank. That probably doesn't work that way anymore. I doubt that's still an option, but you used to be able to get like a check. You used to be able to get, so when you turn pro, that basically when you're not pro, it means you can't accept money. I'm sure this has changed with NIL, but I remember back in the day, you used to be able to keep receipts and you could get reimbursed so that playing in the tournament shouldn't cost you money, even if you couldn't make money as an amateur. So if you won like a match, you'd be going out to some great dinners. It's like you're 17, you win a match. It's like, oh, I can't take the money. But since I won that match, we won a match in doubles when I was 16 or 17. It's like, I don't know what it was. It was probably, it was enough to go out to $7,000, $8,000, which at that point it might as well have been $1 million. And just ripping receipts. It's like, we can't take the money. We can't touch it. But we can get reimbursed, so we're going. But it would be, I love the question. Thank you so much for asking. You get it at the end of the tournament, and it's just a matter of how it's set up. Some players have deals with their agencies where their agencies get 10% based on a previous investment, right? I paid you when you were 13, and there was no upside. There was no money coming in, and so Max talked about this when he came on. It's all structured a little differently, but the tournament will pay you at the end of the event. It's definitely not round by round. You definitely do not get Happy-Gilmore checks. And even the ones that are presented to the winner, they're not real checks.
Oh, man.
They'll do the thing where they give an envelope. What do you say?
Yeah, Sabalenka did that. Yeah.
An envelope?
Envelope.
Why am I going to you for pronunciation?
That was complete horrible decision by you.
First. But there's nothing even in the envelope. It's not as if there's a check in there.
Sabalenka got hers and she was like, can somebody take this?
Yeah,
and you're like, oh my God.
She just blows into it. There's nothing in there. But great question. You get paid at the end of the event.
Is it the end? So you lose third round. Is it you then get paid like the next day? Or
next day, 2 days, whatever the processing. I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it's different on a Saturday than it is on Monday.
A slam, you don't have to wait another 10 days if you win the first round.
It's not like a 30 days you're chasing down your prize money each time.
Okay.
I mean, I think generally tennis understands that. She mentioned so rightly in her question, it's a life-changing amount of money. You need your life to change if you have that money, right? That could cover expenses. That could cover, the sooner you have that money, it could affect where you go and play the next week, right? So you need the money quickly. It's not during the tournament.
Can I follow up to it? You talked about expenses. Then what's the schedule to pay coaches, trainers, hitting partners? Are those all individual deals, or is that especially when you're starting out, is that just like
that's a contract?
Hey, let's give it a go, and if I can make this much money this year, you get paid that much money? Or?
A lot of it. So if you can't afford a salary, a lot of it would be incentivized, or you're using a coach with the help of your federation or an individual sponsor or whatever that is, and those deals would be worked out individually. Like my contracts for my coaches had a base, and then they had incentives. Right, is the incentive when I'm already 3 in the world? If I win a 250, probably not. I feel like I could do that with anyone, so I value that less than like a slam final. if you win a Masters 1000, if we hit a certain ranking number, then we're all incentivized, right? So I wanted to always feel like there was a benefit for a big run. And so I structure my contracts that way, but the payment schedule would be whatever they wanted. I mean, it's money going out either way. If it's, quarterly or monthly, it would be to each his own and what's better for whatever person, as long as it didn't matter much. And the agency would probably keep tabs of that.
Could you imagine like a running backs coach needing to wait to see if his like running back rushes for 120 yards in a game to decide if he gets paid or not?
Could you imagine?
That's absurd.
Could you imagine if tennis players could negotiate long-term contracts?
Ooh.
So that they had a salary?
So then there'd be security. And,
so
and
then
base.
you could actually make that joke a realistic thing. So therefore, we would actually know what we were making 2 years from now, and then cover the running backs coach, and so he wouldn't have to wait. So different layers with an individual versus a team. I would have been happy when I was 2 or 3 in the world to project forward what max value of that salary would be. I don't know how you do it. Every single conversation we have will lead back to the broken up factions in tennis. And some ways it's different here, some ways it's different there. We're considered an independent contractor when it's convenient for the powers that be, and then they don't want you to be that sometimes also when it's inconvenient. When you have a bunch of different power players, everything's pretty confusing, but it is not a check. It is not a big Happy-Gilmore check. That would suck. How do you fit that in luggage? How would you to get that on the plane?
So
It'd be kind of weird.
For like a lower level tournament that doesn't have qualifying to get in or some version of qualifying,
They all have qualifying.
If you make the main draw, you are getting a guaranteed base.
Something, but like the difference, going to like life-changing money, that happens in tour events. Like the Challenger money, I'll get it wrong slightly, hasn't really gone up. It's not even based on like inflation, right? It hasn't gone up, right? Or very minimally, right? You're literally just trying to make it. I mean, when people ask about like who's making money, and I said the goal is top 100 or 104. When you start getting into main draw of slams, then you can basically bank. And we talk about predictability. This is the only financial predictability. Is if you're in slams, you're getting 6 figures 4 times a year, right? And then it's a 52-week rank, so you have to watch that because maybe at the end of that year, if you don't do your job, but you're also having access to tour events where you are making thousands of dollars even if you lose first round. Challengers, you'd have to win a lot of challengers. You're not going to change your life financially long term. Now, maybe if you win one, it's like, that's great. I can cover 1 or 2 months with the $7,000 I won at a challenger, right? But as far as life changing, like actually affecting life and like the way you live, it happens on tour.
Fascinating.
No big checks.
So many layers. No big checks. I'm team big check.
So am I.